Here we go then for the first ever Pre-A final, the first full points allocation final in history for the Club 100 Cadet Championship. Rory Hamilton has pole position. Wyatt McAllister joins on the front row. Ilya Veliko and Noah Hobson start on row 2. Luka Batuev and Jacob Underhill start on the third row of the grid. Solomon Adeniji and Arthur Way are on row 4. Charlie Snell and Jack Holmes start there on the 5th row of the grid. Miles Burton and Theo Brown start from row 6. We find Charlie Walker and Daniel Wisniauskas on the 7th row of the grid. Teddy Young and Jakub Milczarski are there on the 8th row of the grid. Leo Edger and Harry Knight start on the 9th row of the grid. We also have our 2 qualifiers from the Pre-B final. I'll just confirm for you are Harry Bell and Fabian Gandok. There they are, 39 and 49. And a bit of history in Club 100. For the first time we go A final racing here, Pre-A final racing at Buckmore Park. Good start for Hamilton at the start of this race, but it's already being looked at by Ilya Veliko, and I think Veliko has got underneath and taken the lead. Yes, in the number 51. Good start there.
A few carts streaming through, wasn't it? Got slightly knocked out wide through Henry's Bend, and that meant a couple of the guys and girls took advantage of that, sliding up the inside and dropped down to third as the number 17 of Rory Hamilton now as they go through the fastest section of the circuit. Through the left-right kink, down the fast right-hander, and look at them going down there. Line astern, no one going for any crazy moves. Definitely the right thing to do on the first lap of this one. So there he is, number 51 of Ilya out in the lead. We've got a move for third place. That's Rory Hamilton getting squeezed out wide again. And he's going to drop position. No, manages to keep it. And they're going to go 3 wide here up into Cafe. Rory's just going to keep that third position. We come to the end of lap 1.
Solomon Adenici's had a good start as well. It's up to 5th place already. Oh, it's contact there in the spin. The number 17 goes round. That's Rory Hamilton. Hamilton spins. There's a bit of contact involved there as well. Don't know if we can get a replay of that one, but that's really unfortunate for Rory Hamilton after a fantastic qualifying. It's all gone wrong in the early stages of this first race of the season for him.
Oh, that was a bit of a scary one. While we came back across the track, I was a bit nervous. Someone was about to go flying there, but luckily all okay. And although Hamilton's going to be frustrated with himself, he can rejoin and try and get into places, just as we saw in the last race, a few guys flying through from the back, so it's definitely possible.
Veliko and Batuev then leading early stages of this race. Batuev actually a little bit quicker at the moment. Wyatt McAllister up to 3rd place on your timing. Solomon Adeniji in 4th. Charlie Snell's had a very good start. He's up to 5th place, just ahead of Arthur Way. There is the number 24 in the red suit and white helmet of Snell. Spelled differently to Snell that we used to in karting standards equipment. Got an extra E on the end. But yeah, how is Hamilton fallen down to?
16th.
Dear.
He is now, my friend. But has just done the fastest sector 1. So, yeah, hasn't let it get to him. Still carrying on. We've got lots of moves around in this pack. I think that was a move for 5th place. I think that was Arthur Way getting past Charlie Snell there.
Yeah, Theo Brown involved also. Solomon Adeniji is currently the fastest driver out on circuit, so the number 21.
He's heavily pressuring McAllister, isn't he, for 3rd? Yep. And yeah, this group, sort of the first 2 were in a little pair, and then 3rd and 4th were in a little pair. They've kind of squeezed up together now. We could see a 4-way battle for the lead here very soon.
Something that we've not talked about as well, this cadet level, this new cadet level, races are quite long as well. It gives the drivers the opportunity to... Oh, now!
Yes, I just saw that.
That looked like a cone clip there for Ilya Veliko, so watch out for the penalty board. There may be something coming very soon.
Batuev just got a penalty.
And Batuev's got one as well. And there we go.
Yeah, there you go. So both the leading pair both now have cone penalties.
Now the penalties, cone penalties, all of the penalties are applied from the back.
It should be.
Luka Batuev having some difficulties here. He's lost a position to Theo Brown there in the number 27. Black suit with white helmet. And Theo Brown coming on strong in this latter stage of this race. Going back to the point earlier, say 12-minute race. That's quite long for cadets. If I think to own a race and then some of the stuff that you'll be seeing at Wiltonville next week, you know, we're talking 7, 8 minutes, maybe 10 for the final. So 12 minutes physically, it's quite a long time for these drivers.
Physically for one, but also how you go about attacking a race that is 4 minutes longer is very different. Because with a sprint and 8 minutes, you've just got to go for it and fly and get as many positions as you can immediately. Longer races going to sort of 15, 20, 25 minutes, you've got to push it out a bit longer and be more methodical with your moves rather than diving for ones as soon as they appear. And also one thing to mention, in this pack, there's the number 17, and Mr. Hamilton coming flying back through. I think he's up to 4th now, is Hamilton. So fair play.
This is a really, really good drive from Rory Hamilton. He's now going to try and get past Solomon Adeniji, who's himself had a very, very good race. At the front of the field, it's still Ilya Veliko and Wyatt McAllister. Veliko still has that penalty, and finger in the air to say, yep, we know that this is the last lap. So a little bit more history here today at Buckmore Park as round the final couple of corners come Ilya Veliko and Wyatt McAllister. It'll be Wyatt McAllister who is your first ever full points winner in the history of the Club 100 Cadet Championship. What a drive from both of those drivers. Veliko be a little bit disappointed to get the penalty due to a coma, still be second place. Super drive from Solomon Adeniji in 3rd. Rory Hamilton fights back to 4th. Theo Brown was 5th. Teddy Young completes the top 6. Harry Bell, good drive from Harry there in 7th place. Charlie Snell in 8th. Leo Edger in 9th. Luca Batuev in 10th. Noah Hobson 11th. Jacob Underhill 12th. And that was really good fun.